Hello, this will be my final video for international business, and it's going to be over chapters 13 through 15. As usual, it's going to be one term from each of the three chapters here. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with chapter 13. In chapter 13, we're going to discuss real quickly the home replication strategy. So the home replication strategy, also known as the international strategy, is a strategy that emphasizes the duplication of home country-based competencies in foreign countries. Some of these competencies are production scales, distribution efficiencies, and brand power. With a home replication strategy, it's easy to implement. So it's often the first strategy adopted when corporations venture overseas. But one of the negatives of it is it lacks local responsiveness. So it doesn't take into account the culture or anything to do with the new country, the foreign country. So because it doesn't take that into account, it's just trying to duplicate things that are done in the host country into the foreign country. It could result in customer alienation. And in the manufacturing sector, this is that you often see home replication strategy as an export strategy. And in the services industry, it's more of licensing and franchising. So moving on to chapter 14. In chapter 14, we're actually going to take on three different terms, the triple A's and supply management. So the first one of the A's, obviously, is agility. It's the ability to react quickly to unexpected shifts in supply and demand. Now, these shifts are, when it comes to agility, the shifts are short term. And it's important for corporations to take into consideration their agility of their supply chain, because these disruptions and shifts are becoming more and more frequent. Think of terrorist attacks, wars, natural disasters such as the COVID pandemic that we're going through right now. These are all the short-term shifts that could affect a supply chain. So contrary to the short term would be the long term, and the long term falls under adaptability. And adaptability is the ability to change supply chain configurations in response to longer term changes in the environment and technology. Now, for a corporation to enhance their adaptability, they need to constantly be monitoring what's going on in the world. For example, if a company gets if its supplier is based in a foreign country, and that foreign country happens to have a coup, and the new government that comes in is communist or fascist, more than likely that supplier is no longer going to be able to supply product to the buyer. So that's going to be a long-term change. They're going to have to completely find a new supplier in that. So if they have a very adaptive supply chain, that shouldn't be that big of an issue. And the third one is alignment. Alignment is of interests of various players. Everybody within a supply chain is a player. They're all in a strategic agreement. Everybody's trying to maximize their profit by producing an end good. So all the suppliers produce a certain part of it, and then the assembler or the manufacturer puts it all together. So all these people have to be in basic operating in harmony in order for everyone to get the maximum profits, and for everyone to continue the agreements and continue the partnership. So alignment is very important. You need to make sure you're aligned with people that have the same interests and same goals that you have in mind. And the final, chapter 14, should seem like a fairly easy term here, but compensation. Now, the reason I wanted to do compensation, of course, compensation is the determination of salary and benefits. A lot of people that are first starting out and getting their first, grown-up job, or however you want to call it, they don't take into account benefits as much as they should when they're negotiating for compensation. So compensation is not just salary. You need to factor in the cost of benefits. And this becomes important when you look at a lower paying job that may have a much better benefit package than, say, a comparable higher paying job that has less benefits. The cost of those benefits need to be figured into your compensation, because if you're just going by salary, obviously you want more salary, so you're going to take the higher paying job, but what you miss out on the benefits being a smaller benefit package with that higher pay, it may end up costing you more in the long run. So you're actually losing money by not taking a lower paying job that has better benefits. So when you're looking for jobs, and when you're trying to start your career, make sure you take everything into account with compensation. It's not just how much you're getting paid. Benefits are huge. As always, any questions, feel free to email me. I know we're pretty much done with class here, but with the, studying for the final exam or anything like that, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to email me. Thank you very much.